Hi, I'm Lori Spielman, First Selectman for the Town of Ellington, and welcome to our December show, 2024, and it's going to be the last one for this year. I can't believe this year has gone by.
No.
Also with me is our Human Service Department people, Rebecca Stack and Steve Clapp. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of things going on. For people who don't know, and you can help me out with this,
Yeah.
the Senior Center has an indoor fitness, and they also have somebody that'll kind of help you or get you straight or watch you. And
Yeah, they have someone who's a volunteer, I believe, who will help show you how to use the equipment and get people set up so that they can do a good workout
and there's also,
safely.
for the brave people, there's outdoor fitness outside.
Yes, there is, although maybe that'll be better saved for spring and summertime.
And another thing I want to keep reminding people, and hopefully more and more people go to it, is our newsletter, which is online.
Yes.
And there's a lot of information, a lot of pages of all different departments of what they're doing.
All the latest happenings and events going on and good information for every department. So,
and it also gives you a schedule of our meetings.
Yes.
And if you want to Zoom, if you don't want to go out in this cold weather, you can just sit at your house and watch it from your...
join in and keep up to date on everything that's going on. So it is.
So you've got a lot going on this time of year.
Yes, our department is very busy this time of year. So I guess we can start off with the holiday program because Christmas is next week. And so for the winter holidays, we have a Adopt a Senior or a family program. So people sign up by contacting the Human Services Office, and we have some intake information they'll have to provide, but then we're able to provide toys, which are generously donated from members of the community and businesses. Ellington is so generous and really have this year, it's a tremendous amount of toys that parents will be able to choose from for their children. And we also have gift cards for the grocery store to help offset some of those holiday costs as well, so people can celebrate.
Just before we came here, we took a couple pictures of what your area that people have donated, all these beautiful toys that aren't wrapped.
No.
But so who are some of your donors?
So some of the donors, the Barnyard does a big toy drive and they graciously donate to Human Services, as well as Earthlight and Modern Milkman are a few. We also have others, community members, private citizens in the community, as well as I'm sure others that I'm forgetting to name, but we certainly appreciate any and all donations because it makes it possible for us to do our job and help those in need all throughout the year, not just for holidays.
And just out of curiosity, how many seniors do you have left that need adoption?
Oh boy. We always have a few less people want to adopt a senior than children, of course. So we do try to improvise there because, I think we will be able to find something to provide if it's not necessarily exactly what they asked for on their wish list. But, so I don't have an exact number offhand, but hopefully we'll be able to find something for everybody.
So if people are interested, just please call Human Service.
Yeah, because there might be something they can do even at this late hour to help out.
Donation.
Yes, because we're just starting off today, but as far yesterday afternoon, we were getting inquiries from people about holidays and if it's too late to sign up or participate as far as being a recipient. So, we're still getting people in need looking for help.
Now, do you have to wrap the presents that go to the seniors, or?
Well, some people bring their gifts in wrapped.
Yeah.
Or else we do try to put things in gift bags, and we're all been like little elves, putting everything together for them.
And we have Christmas, and we also have Hanukkah, which is the
Yes.
same time.
It
So
is.
it's nice to kind of take care of everybody.
It is.
Yep.
For everyone, regardless of if it's just having holiday cheer or if you have a specific religious holiday you're observing, it's for everybody and
Anybody with need.
anyone. Yes.
So,
Anyone in need. Yes.
So that's really important. And one thing about Ellington is we have a very strong, willing, giving community that
Yes.
goes a long ways.
No, Ellington is amazing. The generosity is incredible, and it does make,
allows us to do what we do.
yeah,
Right?
we couldn't do it without
No.
the wonderful businesses and citizens and the community as a whole.
And also, not to stray away too much, but we also just had our big parade,
Yes.
and I get to judge every year the gingerbread houses
Oh,
for the Ellington Congregational Church. And what a job they do with these houses. There's 3 of us that are judges,
okay.
and it's pretty hard. They do a whole scene, water, and everything on this has to be edible. And
Wow.
homemade gingerbread, a lot of them. And they also have different divisions, adults and children, and it's a really great event. And the Torchlight Parade, this year we had some horses, and it was
Nice.
just like an old-fashioned, beautiful Torchlight Parade.
Yeah, that's a wonderful event.
Nellie McKnight Museum, they were giving away free hot chocolate and cider and homemade cookies
Oh,
and
nice.
all sorts of things. So it
It was a
was,
great event.
yeah, it was packed and it was wonderful.
It's nice to have such a great turnout.
And the weather was great.
True, that helps.
A little cold, but
A little cold, but what do you expect in December?
yeah. So what else is going on?
So,
Talk about the veteran.
yeah, I think you want to start off and tell a little bit
So
about the background.
Back in the summer, Rebecca and I did our own separate traveling, not together. And, she was in upstate New York, I was in Maine, and we saw veteran banners hanging on light posts in like the center of towns where we were. It was amazing. It was a great tribute to our veterans. And we came back from vacation and said, this would be a great place. Ellington would be a perfect town, we thought, to honor our veterans with this banner. And we just always envisioned it just really look really nice hanging from the various posts throughout town. So we started the ball rolling and asking questions. We know surrounding towns have done it for a number of years. For instance, South Windsor has been doing it for about 4 years. So we kind of reached out to a young girl named Mohika who kind of provided us some information on how to get things rolling, and we've been
Working on
working
it,
really
yeah.
hard at it.
And
So how do I go about if I have a relative that is a veteran or my father or mother? How do you go about doing this?
so we are getting all of the forms and information uploaded onto the website. So they'll be able to go to the Human Services website or the Patriotic Committee's web page as well, because we're working in collaboration on this. The Patriotic Committee will be helping to find sponsors for veterans because the program is hopefully going to just run off of donations and sponsorships. So someone will sponsor. The cost is $125 to sponsor a veteran for the banner and the brackets to hang the banner, as well as having the banner hung, which the plan is to put those on the town light posts up Main Street, as well as through Arbor Park or maybe other locations throughout town. And
So we can't put them on telephone poles.
no, that is not, Eversource does not
Approve that.
approve of other things hung on their utility poles. So, but we have the beautiful light posts that are the town owned that we'll be able to utilize, which will be nice. The flags, people I'm sure have seen already hanging on those posts. So there'll be an application to sponsor if you just want to be a sponsor for a veteran, or if you have a veteran in your family, or if you are a veteran and you'd like to participate, there's an application. That information will be on the Human Services page or the Patriotic Committee's page, or you can call the Human Services office and we'll be happy to send those forms out. We just got this approved by the Board of Selectmen last week. So now we're just working on getting that uploaded so people can access it easily.
Do you have to supply a picture?
You do.
Now, does it have to be like an old picture of in uniform, or does it have to be like a recent in his bathing suit and
Hopefully
holding
not.
a big fish?
Big catch.
That's what they have, but ideally, the original service picture, I think really looks sharp on the banner itself. So the banner itself will have the picture, their service picture, with their years of service, branch, and, you know, if there's a sponsor, we'll put the sponsor at the bottom. So it'd be nice to have the veterans at least submit the application for themselves, or a family member could do it for them, with the picture, all their information. Is it the DD 214, which is a
Yes.
honorable discharge paperwork with it, and hopefully we'll get some sponsors to.
Yeah, we're really excited. I think we will. There's been a lot of interest in it and enthusiasm, and we're hoping to have around 20 applicants for the upcoming 2025 season. So the banners will be hung from Memorial Day through Veterans Day.
That's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
And after Veterans Day, the banner will come down and they'll be presented to the veteran if they'd like it to keep. And we think it's going to be great. I mean, you can't thank veterans enough for their service, and we just think this is a great community way to show support and gratefulness for their service.
And you also run the Veterans Coffee House, which is located at where and when?
So the Veterans Coffee House is held the third Thursday of every month. It's held at Hall Memorial Library at 10:30 a.m. Luann's donates the coffee and pastries for refreshments, so thank you to Luann's. And every month we have a different speaker or a presentation of some sort or another. This week, Thursday, December 19th, is the coffee house for December. And we have a young man, Colton Folletti, will be coming, and he is a historian and military reenactor. So he's going to come and talk about Civil War era, and specifically about the 14th Infantry, which has a lot of ties to the Tolland and Ellington areas. So it should be rather interesting, something different. We've never had any reenactors come in before, so.
And you always have a speaker pretty much every month, or?
Every month we try to have a different speaker. It might be about benefits. We've had authors come in who've written books about service-related items. We've had veteran businesses come in and talk about their veteran-owned business. We've had other town departments come in and speak and share. John Rinaldi, our tax assessor, came in October to speak about veterans tax relief. So that was helpful. So all different speakers of different topics every month. So
Do you have to be from Ellington to go to this?
no, we have veterans come from the surrounding towns, and it's great. It's great to meet these veterans from other communities, and they can sometimes share information about events or things happening in their towns as well. So we welcome everybody.
That's great.
It is. So
It's a nice group
it's, yeah,
of people. That's
very nice. Enjoy being able to spend time with them every month. They're really a nice group of.
Oh, they're interesting.
They are, yeah. So, and then a few other things we have going on. So the opioid committee, that is a committee that is formed from other town departments as well as people from the community and other agencies. The town receives settlement funds from the pharmaceutical companies to be used for education and awareness for opioid use and addiction. So we find ways to utilize those funds toward those purposes. And so in January, on Monday, January 27th, we'll be doing a Narcan education and opioid awareness event. Free Narcan will be given to the participants. It'll also be a resource fair with different agencies coming and setting up resource tables for information. And if anyone is interested in coming, they just can call the Human Services Office and let us know, but it'll be held at the Senior Center. And then if you wanted to talk about the M&T
Yeah.
budget workshop.
Yeah, we have a M&T Bank in Ellington has offered to do workshops, and which we've wanted someone to come in to do these for people. So this is the second one we've done. It'll be same day, January 27th at 5 o'clock. It's in Human Service Office, and it's financial planning with M&T Bank. The basics. We're not doing any serious investments and stuff, but just people want to plan budgets and so forth for the household and provide information. And I thought it'd be a good resource for our
Oh, that's
community.
wonderful.
Yeah.
And anyone with New Year's resolutions, maybe financial resolutions are part of that. This might be a good workshop for them.
Now, are you still doing the heating?
Full swing with energy assistance. It's a state-run program, federally funded. So for those who qualify, income-wise and needs assistance with any kind of heating, whether it's oil, propane or gas, electric, it's out there. Just need to call us and we'll guide you through the process.
And Medicare open enrollment just ended on December 7th, but the Advantage Plan enrollment, general enrollment is coming up from January through March, but we can help people with Medicare all year long. But if someone has Medicare questions, they can come in and see us and talk to us about it, and we're able to help them look at different plans and answer questions, or get them enrolled in the Medicare Savings Program if they qualify.
Well, you do so much. And plus you have the food pantry going.
We do, yes. The food pantry has seen an increase in the number of participants, and we run that food pantry by generous donations from the community, and also by utilizing the Midwest Food Bank, which is an amazing place. If you haven't been, I think you've been, but
No, not yet.
you have to check it out. It's really incredible. So, the food bank is a great resource for many people. It's a big need right now, I think, just with the cost.
Plus we added the vegetable stand this
Yes.
year. What do we call it again?
Oh, I know.
Do we have a name for it yet?
Not really.
think
Just
so, but-
the vegetable stand.
Works built a stand where donated vegetables or fruit can be put out for the public or anybody who's in need, and we used it quite a bit this year.
Yeah, we went by it quite a few times. People were there.
Yeah, and Diane Trube was a big contributor to that, and she's amazing.
Oh,
And she supports human services and with the farmers market, and they match SNAP benefits, and they also, the senior farmers market nutrition program, which runs in the summertime, that they match that. So it's a great resource for people who are using SNAP benefits to go and get some fresh.
they basically can double what they,
They do, yes. So it's amazing.
and it's very fresh and great.
It is.
And
Not-
not all farmers market do that.
No.
Arlington does, but not all of them do that. So I really encourage people to go to that farmers market.
Oh, we got one of the best farmers
Yeah.
market
We
around.
do,
Amazing.
yeah.
Yeah,
And we moved it to a different location, which is working out wonderful.
I think it's a great location.
It is.
Yep.
Yes, it's a great spot, great parking, easy access.
Great country garages, barnyard donated
Nice.
shed for Diane to keep a lot of her supplies and stuff. And they also just purchased a gazebo, I think, for
Okay.
doing their
Bands, the music.
bands and music and things like that, which they have going all the time. down
Yeah,
there.
that's fun.
So it's really great. I want to thank you and Elisa Houlihan and Tom, our Public Works Director, for doing our Sustainable CT, which we got a very nice award. Town of Ellington was awarded. We went down and downstate and accepted it. Lisa and I did.
That's nice.
But it was a lot of work putting it together.
It was. Everybody did a lot of work
Yeah.
on
But
that team.
I want to thank all of you because, it did a wonderful job, and it was talked about at a convention at CCM, Connecticut Municipalities. So we were pretty proud that Ellington was mentioned and came through with that.
It was nice to be part of it and be able to contribute from our department for the food sustainability, and so we're happy to
No,
participate.
that's great. And right in back of your building right next to it is the police department.
Mm-hmm.
And in back of that, they are putting up a new, if people are driving by, you can see the structure. It's all steel, and they're putting solar panels on it. And it's going to be a carport that we got grant money to do that with. So hopefully that'll keep our cruisers, out of the snow,
Yes.
out of the rain, and the frost on the windshields
Right,
is
yeah.
huge. So they can basically jump in and go. There's also going to be a few car chargers installed in case we ever do go electric
Oh,
or even part-time electric. Now everything is,
yeah, switching over.
yeah. So we're trying to stay ahead of the trend, and we're doing it with grant money, which is fantastic.
That is, yeah,
So
that's exciting.
what else do you have going on? You've got so much. I don't even know how you keep track of it.
Stuff, but
I know.
I would just say that, for anybody who is going through a difficult time, whether it's not just financials, it could be with a loved one, it could be your senior mom or dad, and there's resources that we're aware of that you may not know. So just reach out to us. We may
Yeah.
have the information for you, and if we don't, we'll try and find it for you.
A lot of I'm sorry. A lot of people have hard times during the
do.
holidays,
Yeah.
and can't deal with it.
No.
Can they come to you, or where do they go, or?
If they're looking for mental health resources, we can help provide some information to them on where they might find those resources so they can talk to somebody. If they're looking for any type of assistance with food or holiday gifts or things to help support their family through the holiday time, it's not too late to sign up. We're not going to turn anyone away. Just like with the food bank, we never turn anyone away. We do ask for some information. They must be an Ellington resident, for example, but we always try to help everyone we can and don't turn people away because of deadlines or anything. Deadlines are important, but we know sometimes things happen, so we look at every situation individually. We help people apply for benefits such as food stamps. So that's another important service, health insurance sometimes, unemployment. There's all different types of things people come in to see us about. Housing might be one of the biggest that we get questions on all the time. Rents are very expensive and people are always looking for alternative housing options. And so we try to give people the list of different housing communities or help people fill out paperwork.
Do you work with a lot of elderly?
We do, yes. And Steve, you're our elderly outreach
Yeah.
person, so you certainly help a lot of families and seniors individually.
Yeah, Rebecca too, it's not just me based on my title alone. We all work together in our office. There's three of us. Kelly's back at the office. Unfortunately, she's alone. But yes, we'll see seniors in our office. We'll go to their home if they can't make it out of their home. If they're homebound, I go to the senior center once a week to try and meet people there. Just get my face out there. People just, maybe if they see our face, they'll just, hey, I got a question. I'm just thinking of it now, and it starts a conversation. Sometimes it's just thinking of a neighbor or a family member in town who they need us to reach out to them. So there's just different reasons or ways
There is.
to contact us and us to kind of step in and maybe we can help out any way we
That's
can.
wonderful. And right next to you across the street is Snipsick Village, and that is full, and there's a long waiting list.
Yes.
The town has purchased land on Maple Street. So we want to put elderly housing and housing up there, but we're looking for our senators and help so we can get grant money to start this and get this going. It's very important. And even your building is so tight.
It is.
You're on top of each other.
We are. It's,
And
yeah.
you keep shuffling things around to make it work. You do a wonderful job, but you need room.
Yes.
So hopefully we can incorporate that with that.
That would be great because just for the food bank alone, we're only able to open it up for shopping once a month. And we'd love to open it up even weekly, maybe at least a couple times a month, just because once a month doesn't always provide enough for people to supplement. So it's just difficult now to do that. But someday, if there's more space, that might be a possibility. So that would be exciting. And more housing is definitely needed. The elderly population, people are living longer and it's grown. And affordable housing for seniors and disabled is in such great demand that would be, it's really needed. And if any grant funding can be found and assist with putting that in place, that would just be amazing.
Yeah, we're gonna, I waited till elections are over and now we're gonna start again. I mentioned it to them last year, but I want to really push hard to get
Yes.
something going this year. We've done a lot in town with a lot of grant money
Yes.
for improvements, but this to me is very important. And you know, you think of seniors, but seniors aren't people who just sit in a chair. They're very active. They want to be active. So you got to have a facility for them that
Yes.
is things to do and
Right.
keep
That's
their minds going. And they like helping people, a lot of them too.
They do, yes. A lot of volunteers come to us who are seniors, and they do like to be active. They're pretty busy, and that's great. It's good to keep the mind and body going, and
And the senior center is very busy.
it is. They
And
do an
they just put a
incredible
new
job.
pickleball court in.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So, no, we
One
have a
court
great senior
at
center.
the senior center, but we have other courts at Tedford Park.
Mm-hmm.
This is a brand new one.
I'm sure it'll be very busy.
Yeah, people have been waiting.
But yeah, our senior center is amazing. If people haven't tried it yet, if they're 55 and older, they should check it out. There's something for everybody there.
It all the time.
55 is pretty young, isn't it?
It is.
Wow,
I happen to think so.
Me too. Yeah.
boy. Well, do you have anything else?
I think we've covered pretty much everything.
lot in a
Yeah,
short
it's a
period
lot.
of
Yeah.
time.
So
But I want to thank you and thank our audience for
Yes.
watching. I want to wish everybody happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, and we'll see you next year.
yes, thank you for having us.
you.
You do.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.